So my name is Joshua, and my project is on genetic engineering. So, how many of you guys would like to one day design your baby? Yeah, me too. Anybody else? That's it, for real? You too, bro? That's awesome.
Make its eye color.
Yeah, make his eye color, hair color, his sex, the skin tone.
Future.
So that's what basically genetic engineering can do. That's what basically genetic engineering can do. Is basically modifying the genes in the DNA and mutating it, or implementing foreign DNA into another DNA. So in the 1970s, the first transgenic organism was created. What it means transgenic is like creating a new organism from a different organism. So like they got DNA from a different animal or species or virus or whatever, and they put it into something else, and they made something new. Then the transgenic mouse was created by inserting foreign DNA to an embryo. And then after that happened, people started wondering like what powers it had behind it, like how dangerous it can get, and all the damage it can cause. In the 1990s, Dolly the sheep came to the world. They made a clone sheep from another sheep. They used her adult cells and implemented it, and she was born 9 months later. Recent times, well, genetic engineering over time has grown. There's gene therapy, and basically gene therapy existed for a while now because bone marrow and organ transplants is basically gene therapy. And what it is implementing foreign DNA into something else. So like when you get a different organ, it's like different DNA, different everything else. That's why there's the risk of rejection when it comes to that. And then nowadays you could actually design your baby with choosing the sex, and I believe you can choose the eye color too. But then in the future you can be able to choose anything. To be honest. The issues, there's a bunch of issues. Most of them are not really scholarly issues. A lot of people don't agree with genetic engineering because of its ethical issues, and there's also issues with society, the government, and media. So when genetic engineering came around, society got really scared because it's like whatever society cannot understand or comprehend, they like get scared and reject it. They were also influenced by the media. The media had a lot to do with that too, because the media would portray it as something evil and bad, like in movies how they create clones in labs and it's grown in a couple weeks and stuff like that. But it's like way different than that. It's like not that simple. When George Bush was president, he vetoed a bill that was towards stem cell research, and he vetoed it twice. So it's basically saying that they don't want that part of the research to grow and be more researched. And then what stem cells are is like, with that you can create organs for people. Basically, you could do whatever a lot with stem cells, like creating something from scratch. And without the bill, their funds they don't really have that much funds, so they can't really advance in this. And to this day, it's still not really advanced topic. So like they're still in their what's it called? In their like baby steps, basically. The morals and ethical issues is basically playing God. Playing God. So basically what that means is that people believe that we are trying to do something unnatural, and we're playing like as God. Like we're not supposed to touch what God has done. So basically create new life and do all that. And really playing God I don't really think that's a good like reason to go against it. the media, like I was saying earlier, the media has portrayed it to be scary. They say it like it's growing in a lab, like something like Frankenstein or something. I don't know. Oh, and then also what could probably come out of genetic engineering is Jurassic Park. That's so cool. That's basically what they did in the movie too. So they basically like changed the DNA from regular dinosaur and created something new, and then stuff went down, and then yeah, it got crazy. And that's actually could be true with genetic engineering, which would be awesome if they had a park. So the pros is organ transplant. If you create a clone, you can use the clone's organs to make a transplant with the other person that's the clone from. And what this will do, it'll take away the rejection effect. So it will not be rejected because it will be 100% their DNA and their cells and everything. So that's a pretty huge benefit. What genetic engineering can do as well is eliminate diseases, which means that when you're an embryo, you can change the DNA. Like you could eliminate genetic diseases like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and other stuff. Cancer as well, just by changing the DNA. And like I was saying with Jurassic Park, it can bring animals back from extinct just by cloning it. And by changing the DNA, they can also increase human lifespan. And without diseases, healthy people basically all around the world. The cons to this is the perfect race. So people that can design the babies and would like to design the babies, they can abuse of this and start making a perfect race like how Hitler envisioned with blonde hair, blue eyes, and believe most parents would probably go for intelligent, good-looking people. So then that would take away uniqueness, and we would be living in a world where everything's the same. And that's like one of the most like biggest cons to genetic engineering. And the slippery slope effect is a big one too, because once we allow it, it'll eliminate other races by just making a perfect race. Same like I was saying, just everyone would want blonde hair, blue eyes. The government could abuse of this too and start doing that. Another one is trying to fix something, not create something worse. So like in Jurassic Park, how they tried to create a good a dinosaur that was like perfect and whatnot, but they created another monster. That's a really huge effect too that can happen with genetic engineering, just because it's still an experimental thing and it's not really researched and like they didn't know. It can be used for money. I'll explain about that in a little bit. And then treating clones as lower citizens. That's a huge one because a lot of people think they would just use them for organs or other things. But the thing is with that is if you think about it, clones already exist in this world. Like twins. What's it called when the identical twins? Identical twins are basically clones if you think about it, because they're the same. Well, not really, but the only thing that makes them different is the environment they're put in and how they're raised. This is what my mentor said. Basically, what he's saying in this is that the company Monsanto, they developed some seeds and they genetic engineered it and they gave it to farmers. But basically, what they did to it is that they gave it a certain lifespan, making it die and making the farmers have to go back and buy more and more and more. So they basically get them trapped into that, and that's how they use it for money, because they'll be making money and the farmers have to go back to get more seeds, no matter what. And yeah. So my standpoint in this, I believe that the pros outweigh the cons, because genetic engineering can really benefit the world, and it's the future. I believe it's the future because a lot of good can come out of it. And for the solution to this, what we can start off with doing is pass bills that allows more research into stem cells and genetic engineering, raise awareness, and have clinical trials to start researching and see what works and what doesn't